A writer and former hospice care worker named Stephen Jenkinson said that dying well must become an obligation that living people and dying people owe to each other and to those to come. I think that's great, that dying well is a moral obligation. And in order to die well, we need to first become more comfortable talking about it. It's been interesting to me to see that some of the organizers of these walls changed the wording of their wall to avoid the word die, even though it points to the same idea. And I think we have a lot of word voodoo around death. And when we develop our own comfort talking about grief and death, we also help change the culture around it from one of death denial to one where we encounter death in a way that compassionately prepares us as a community and as individuals. These public walls are like this big, honest mess of the longing and pain and joy and insecurity and gratitude and fear and wonder that you find in every community. All of us here in this room, we're all going through challenges right now in our lives. And there's great comfort in knowing that you're not alone. But it's easy to forget this because there are a lot of barriers to opening up. And while those barriers remain, it's easy to forget the humanity in the people around us and become impersonal and even adversarial. During one of my gloomiest periods of existential confusion, I found a lot of comfort in a book called The Middle Passage by James Hollis. And he said, "In the end, we are only tiny, frightened animals doing our best to survive amid other tiny, frightened animals." And that may sound a little grim, but it always consoles me. And I return to this sentence when I lose perspective, and it's something I remember when I consider our communities, whether that's our neighborhood communities, our workplace communities, our cultural communities, and beyond. Our personal anxieties extend into our public life, and many of the conflicts in our communities come from a lack of trust and understanding. And over time, I realized that this personal anonymous prompt offers this gentle first step towards honesty and vulnerability in public, which can lead to trust and understanding. And I think those are really essential elements for a more compassionate society, which can not only help us live and work together, but it can help us become our best selves.